memorable journey of 15 years with twists and turns, much laughter and some fears. Hand in hand, together with all, brick by brick, we grew tall. Many an obstacle we did face. We overcame all with honesty, integrity, dignity and grace. We explored, we reflected, we learnt new ways. We collaborated, we shared and walked through each maze. We spread joy and laughter and heeded each voice. Through Pragati and Chaya, we extended opportunity and choice. And true to our vision, each moment, each day, we promise NiBS will warm every heart and shine brightly as the sun's rays. A very happy Neevanjali to each and every one of you.
Remember to celebrate the milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. Nelson Mandela. It is when people rise above the expectations and seize the opportunity that milestones are truly reached. Today, we celebrate that milestone. I welcome you to our school's 15th Founders Day, Neevanjali. The Hindi word Neev when translated means foundation and the word Anjali means divine prayer. Join us as we rededicate ourselves to the values of ownership, integrity, collaboration and excellence, the founding pillars of this institution, and also celebrate the power of hope, of grit and determination of the human spirit. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. Education is all about adapting to the changes that come our way and believing in our potential. By believing in ourselves and then in others, together we can stand tall against all odds.
Hope is to cherish a desire with anticipation, blending our beliefs and coming together with determination, reaffirming our faith by believing ourselves and then others. To meet all odds, we all stand here together. When darkness comes, let us not condemn the dark, but light a lamp to dispel the darkness, to enlighten the path ahead and walk the miles with courage.
our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And if we believe in ourselves, life will be as sweet as a dream.
When all we see is darkness and gloom, we feel totally helpless while running from doom. We eventually confront our inner brick wall. Our choice is to break it or give up and fall.
We may search for our strengths, waiting patiently deep inside. From life's obstacles, there is no reason to hide. All our challenges we must embrace and defeat. As we open our eyes, our true purpose will greet.
Let's take a step outside out of our routine comfort zone. That will carve a path where our goals we shall own. Our personal challenges, quite difficult may seem, but if we believe in ourselves, life will be as sweet as a dream.
You can cut all the flowers, but you cannot keep the spring from coming. Pablo Neruda.
One cool November morning, I noticed a sunflower coming into bloom on my patio. It was growing up from a crack between the house and the paving stones underneath the bird feeder. The little flower stood straight up. It had mottled green leaves and a bright splash of yellow around its center. The flower wouldn't have made it to any flower shows, that's for sure. It was stunted, its growth a squash of petals around its center. They stuck up and out like a spiky hairdo, the biggest one no more than 3/4 of an inch long. It was a scrawny, misshapen little flower, and to me, it was beautiful. Beside it stood its much larger and at one time much grander sibling. A big, broad, perfectly formed flower once adorned the main stem. 5 perfectly formed miniature versions of itself branched out below like accessories accentuating its beauty. But now its leaves were crinkled and brown. The stalk yellowed like hay. The little flowers hanging down in petrified stillness. It had a different beauty now. I sat and looked at these 2 flowers, and I wondered why I enjoyed them so much. I asked myself what they meant to me. The answer was very clear. They were a reminder to me of the mighty, unstoppable power of the life force. As I looked at the little flower, standing so proud, I thought of will and determination, the carriers of that force. I remembered that struggles can be won and great things can be achieved against all odds. After all, summer sunflowers do grow outside in the cold, dark days of early winter. Looking at the splendor of each flower, I was reminded that renewal is a necessary part of life. It is what keeps life vibrant and alive. I was reminded that renewal is a constant. Life never stops. And as I watched the little flower dancing with abandon against the grey, windy skies, I remembered that renewal carries with itself seeds of great hope and joy. In this world, there is strife, there is hardship, and there is suffering. There is iniquity, there is injustice. There is also abundant beauty amidst it all. And within that beauty, there are reminders tucked away everywhere, encouraging us to persist, to strive, and to bring our dreams for a better world to life. All we have to do is open our heart and look, and we will see them.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You are capable of anything. You can achieve any dream.
Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. Oh, oh, oh,
The whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. May I now invite the person who illumines our lives much like the light that flows through these windows, the guiding beacon of NiBS, our chairperson, Pooja ma'am, to enlighten us with her words.
Namaste, children, parents, teachers, grandparents, and all our friends at NiBS. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you on the occasion of Neevanjali 2021. It was a year ago on this very day when we first came together to pay tribute to the founding seed, the Neve of our school, the unifying voice of the Hunts, gently reassuring us that even though we may be forced to stay geographically apart, we were nonetheless fundamentally and integrally an indivisible part of each other. This year, as we come back yet again, at the end of what has been an unprecedented year, to mark the completion of a 15-year journey, I think there's an even greater reason for us to pay tribute not just to the founding seed, but to the blossoming spirit of a large and shady kalpavriksha that has quietly grown from it over these past 15 years. It's in the Nirmal Chaya of this vriksha that I sit today, and I am aware that the turbulent winds of the past year have shaken our tree, but yet it stands tall and remains firmly tethered. And this, I think, children, is because it has wisely let its branches bend and blend, adapt and innovate, rather than forcing them to remain rigid and unchanging and thereby break. Learning wisely, deeply and experientially the lessons of life from the changing seasons of nature and from the waves that took us up and down and from its friends and peers, our tree has tried its very best to be like the neem and infuse into every minute of our days a potent rhythm of healthy, holistic and active rituals that promise to keep us physically and mentally energized and as far as possible free from disease. Like the Ashok, it has tried to keep the glum sadness of dark and foggy days at bay, flowering for us each week and giving us a new reason to smile. Emulating the people, the sacred tree of life, whose fruits always grow in pairs, it has quickly strengthened its mentor, mitra and co-host branches to ensure that we always had a supportive helping hand whenever we needed it. And like the banyan, it has stretched its branches far and wide, zooming its roots airily up to the clouds and deep down into the earth and building sophisticated networks of tunnels and bridges bit by bite till it was sure that it had connected each and every member of our community. So where did this miraculous, magical, wish-fulfilling Kalpavriksha come from? Well, did we just get lucky and happen to find it? Not quite, children. Birthed and sprouting from the Sankalp seed of our own belief in each other, and nourished with loving care for the past 15 years, with our shared potential, our diverse talents, and our huge collective power. This is a tree that has been birthed by you and me, and by each and every member of our community. It is a tree that is a living, breathing, blossoming of our own power, the power that we carry deep within us, and the ways in which this power soars and flowers when we come together. A blossoming too that reveals to us in the darkest of times, as Krishna did for Arjun during the times of the Great War. Uddharetatma Atmanam, Uddharetatma Atmanam. Rather than blaming others or relying on outside support in the most trying of times, we can and must raise ourselves, by our very own power. Yes, children, we can and must raise ourselves by ourselves. And so, today, as the clouds of crisis loom large on the horizon once again, leaving us feeling scared and anxious, let's come together and be grateful and appreciate the presence of each other in our lives. Let's be thankful for our friends, our parents, our teachers, our didis and bhaiyas, and each and every special, embracing member of our community. Let's also take a minute to still and calm us by breathing in the poignant beauty, the radiance of our own Kalpavriksha. And if we hear closely enough, we can hear in the rustle of its leaves the deep wisdom that it carries for us every day. Today, it's bringing to us from far the wise words of the poet-philosopher Pablo Neruda, who says to us, "They can cut all the flowers, they can cut all the flowers, but they can't stop the spring from coming. They can't stop the spring from coming." And so, children, on Neevanjali, let's come together again and commit ourselves to faith, belief, and trust in each other. Let's commit ourselves to springing forward with new solutions, safe, sensitive, and sustainable, for ourselves, for our school, for our country, and for the world. Together we can. Thank you.
What I will never forget from my school journey is, together we can. I have seen this, felt this, and witnessed this every minute and every second at NPS. I've learned how we can pass any hurdle of our life just by staying with each other through thick and thin.
One value that stood out for me was excellence. I was a part of many inter-school and inter-school activities at my time at school, be it academic or non-academic, sports, or even house leadership. It was never about winning or losing, but giving my best. And I think that has helped me a lot in life.
My journey in the school had been very fruitful, and I learned a variety of crucial life skills and values that have assisted me extensively in my journey after graduating from school. While I was in NiBS, I made many friends. Other than my classmates, fellow students, and juniors, my teachers at NiBS also became very good friends to me.
अगले कुछ पल निब्स को समर्पित, क्योंकि वहां जाकर मुझे सोहनलाल जी की कविता महसूस हुई कि लहरों से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं है.
While we all carry forward the legacy of voice, values of ownership, integrity, collaboration, and excellence, I believe one learning that has been intrinsic to my growth as I moved out of Nirmal Bhartia has been the power to believe in one's being. 12 years into schooling, my facilitators and teachers have made me believe in the unique abilities and capabilities of every child. This learning has stuck with me since day one and helps me move ahead.
A value that I've learned at NiBS that has helped me in my journey beyond school would have to be the value of collaboration. Working with others in harmony and cooperation is something that I've inculcated at NiBS. Now more than ever, it has helped me understand the importance of working with each other and standing with each other hand in hand in such troubling times, to lend us support to others and be kind to others. Holding hands, we grew up at NiBS. For me, it was a place like a babe. It instilled in me the value of self-worth. Moreover, it fostered confidence which sets me apart even today. NiBS, thank you for the learning experiences. Thank you for the journey.
तेरी किस्मत तू बदल दे, रख हिम्मत बस चल दे, तेरे साथ ही मेरे कदमों पे है निशान. तू न जाने आस पास है खुदा, तू न जाने आस पास है खुदा.
The song that sums up my school life is भूलेंगे हम तो नहीं, सोचेंगे हम भी कभी, स्कूल के ये दिन सभी आएंगे ना 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 ना, आएंगे ना.
I was able to find a lot of friends in my teachers and the students alike, who I know will be there for me forever. So here's to you. ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे.
A song that could sum up my life at NiBS is इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाब के तिनको से चल बनाए आशियाँ. इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाब के तिनको से चल बनाए.
My takeaway. It was in the NiBS that I was introduced to some terms like community school, individual attention, differential learning, and inclusive learning, the importance of which were probably not realized back then, but now one has been incorporating them successfully in various army schools.
Working in NBS didn't really feel like working actually, with Charu ma'am guiding us there, who is a fantastic principal and a teacher where I learnt a lot. It just felt so nice, so very comfortable. And the outreach, the community outreach, reaching out to parents was a very new, novel idea, very refreshing for me. And all our adventure days, our outstation trips, Nirmal Chaya, Masti Ke Ghol are things that I can still remember very clearly, vividly. And remembering those days just brings back a beautiful smile. And I wish you all the very best on this landmark occasion. Wish you many, many more successful and happy years. And I miss NBS. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Well, hello everybody. Pooja ma'am, Charu ma'am and Vibha ma'am, the Holy Trinity as I would like to call them. It is under their guidance that the school has grown from strength to strength. And the zeal with which that they take everybody along in this journey is what stood out for me at NiBS. It was a pleasure working with them. My heartiest congratulations to the entire NiBS family. Happy 15!
नगमे हैं, शिकवे हैं, किस्से हैं, बातें हैं, बातें
भूल जाते हैं, यादें रह जाते हैं, यादें यादें. So this is what Nirmal Bhartia has given me.
My stint at NiBS can be beautifully, defined with the phrase, time flies when you're having all the fun. And I had such wonderful time here.
My wonderful experience at NiBS, if I need to put it in a nutshell, it would be hold the vision and trust the process. With great visionary leaders like Charu ma'am and Pooja ma'am, the vision was imbibed in our souls, in each one of us. And that is what kept inspiring us to learn and also to excel in ourselves to give our best. I congratulate the whole NiBS team on the 15th anniversary and wish them many, many more. Bye-bye.
I had the most wonderful time working at NPS, especially the kind of creative freedom, the trust, Charu ma'am had in her abilities was so heartwarming, and her smile, that used to make my day. And I miss all my colleagues, and I think that was the best phase of my professional life. All the very best, NBS.
As we continue to celebrate the values and ethos that NiBS stands for, we would like to conclude by saying, learning collaboratively with and from each other and the world around. Facing challenges with imagination and integrity. Pursuing excellence with passion, purpose and persistence. We have all proved blending and mending is the new power of our community. Thank you, and always remember, never stop learning because life never stops teaching.